They are ready to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
From just inside the 20, a short kick.
Shrugs him off. And now the rookie's free. And out of bounds at the 1-yard line. What a return. He did everything but take it to the house. How about this for starting field position on your first drive? 1st and goal. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson steps away. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Oh, that's a very good run there by Najee Harris, who can take it inside. He can get to the perimeter. He can do it all with his build and his speed. This is a guy coming out of Alabama who did everything for the Crimson Tide. That's why Pittsburgh took him in the 1st round. Last in the league in rushing as a team last year were the Steelers. They're expecting Harris to kickstart their running game.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Off play action. Pickett. He'll let it fly for Austin.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Dane Cruikshank.
And the Browns are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
The Browns drive about to get started. A 1st carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
They, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Pickett.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On 1st and 10, Pickett. He finds Austin complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with that's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, in the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. On 3rd down, here's Harris. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. At first glance, I wasn't sure he got it. Then I saw that spot. Definitely a 1st down.
It was, but boy, on the other side, you dispute it a little bit, wouldn't you? Okay, if you're playing defense, are you sure he got there? But that's why they tell you all the time, don't just get what you need, get a little bit more, and take the decision out of the hands of the officials.
Well, there he needed a yard. He got a yard and maybe an inch. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Pickett.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
A beautiful fake. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
So if you're going to play charades at home, make sure you grab him, because for a running back, he sure did a pretty good wide receiver impression there. Going to line up in the slot to the left side. And a lot of times, as we well know, running back routes aren't as crisp as wide receiver routes. But this one, more than adequate for that play.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Pickett. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run with Harris.
And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off down near, and they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. $13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Faking the give. Now Watson.
Open man. Here's Schwartz, complete.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Chris Watkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the air. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
Point after here coming up. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Pickett. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good gain on 1st. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Off the play fake. Pickett completes it to Austin.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line.
And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Stephen Weatherly came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Off play action. Pickett. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Able to push his way through. He wanted that end zone. Powerful running, but he couldn't quite get there.
And that's going to really make him upset. And right now, there's no way he's letting a coach take him out of the game. He's going to want the ball again, so he actually does get into the end zone, hopefully on his next carry.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
Touchdown, Browns! Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Browns are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. kick this one away, and off it goes. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Off the play fake. Pickett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Sliding out of the pocket. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Browns are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started.
And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
A first throw for the backup Trubisky. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Pickett. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And now here's another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off.
And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
So we are at halftime here on Halloween as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. On the give, this is Harris.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 35. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think.
Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around a finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see, and they'll call that one every time.
Following the penalty, Chubb. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Watson, off play action. Got an open man, it's Schwartz. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Browns are pouring it on. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? It's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From just inside the 20, a short kick.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now Watson. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. Tyson Alualu coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Back to throw. Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now Austin. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
He'll let it fly for Austin. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
A give. This is Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
57 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
They'll give to Hunt here on the option.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. They give to Chubb out of the gun. Fights loose. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back to throw, Watson. Flushed out right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon.
And the Browns are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead.
Steelers 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Trubisky back into his end zone. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. Runs through another.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
2nd and 8.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Flush to his right. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Chubb will have the 1st down and much more. Breaks through the contact, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Boswell good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Browns drive about to get started.
They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on.
Throwing now, Watson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he gets this up past the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. Oh, he bowls over him.
145 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now Chubb running right. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.